everybody, I'm here today with Luis Talavera from EP Accounting and Taxes, and he's going to explain to us a little bit about how his services can benefit people in the health, fitness, and beauty industry.
Thank you, Jules. So what I really want to talk about is, the different types of entities and how might benefit people in the fitness and beauty industry.
Okay.
So most people usually get a sole proprietorship, right? When they're getting started, it's very simple. You go into the county, you get a DBA, and then you start rocking and rolling. So, and that's perfectly fine. I think that's how most of us got started. But the only problem with that is that you can become liable for basically whatever you're doing under that business name, and you personally is the same thing, right?
Okay.
So the liability falls you personally. Fitness and beauty industry, there's potential for liability. So you want to make sure that you get protected. Make sure that I know a lot of folks that work really hard. I know a lot of folks that have actually made quite a name for themselves. They have actually acquired a lot of good things in life. If they're under the wrong type of entity, something could happen. They could become liable personally, right?
So you're putting all your own assets at risk too.
You're putting all your assets, your house, your car, your checking account, everything. So you're putting it in the same basket, and if something happens, predators can grab into that basket and go after your assets. So that's why we really recommend folks getting an LLC. And we can help them get an LLC. It's relatively inexpensive. It's a very simple process. As compared to a corporation, there's a lot less legal requirements or less, oversight from board members. So you can have a single member LLC, and that will make the distinction between your business and you personally, right?
Okay.
Now, once you get an LLC, there's a step further, and I'm not saying that this is the best route for everyone. I mean, that's why we have to have a one-on-one conversation, and folks, I recommend that your folks out there consult with their tax and legal professionals before making any decisions. But having an S-Corp election it's a way to potentially save on self-employment tax.
Okay.
And the way that works is this: if you're an LLC, you take money out of the company through distributions, and whatever the company makes, whatever the income for that year flows through you, and you're personally liable for that, right, on your tax return. Even if you have an LLC, but you have an S Corp election, what it does is that you get treated as an S Corp, and at that point you can basically hire yourself. You can pay yourself wages, basically.
Okay.
You might be asking, well, why would I do that? I mean, wouldn't I be, paying employment tax? And the answer is yes, you will be paying employment tax only on your wages. And anything above that, or let's say your business does really well and you take some additional, money out of the company as distributions, that just gets taxed on an income side. There's federal income tax applied to that amount.
Okay.
So what it does is it really limits your tax liability from the self-employment tax. I know it's a little bit complicated, but bottom line is that there's ways to cut down your tax liability, especially if you're a freelancer, especially if you're a coach, especially if you are in the beauty industry. And we've seen it many times, and we've been able to help.
And I think that's good, because me, coming from establishing my own business, had no clue what I was doing. I was like, I'm gonna wing this. And I went into it, I still don't know what I'm doing half the time. So it helps to have someone to go to that can actually explain that and help me make sure everything's set up properly, and to make sure that I'm keeping as much of my own money as I can without having to pay it towards taxes. And then, did you have anything else that you would like for clients or future clients to know about your services?
Sure. I mean, we're here to help everyone. We have some clients in the health and beauty industry. It's a space that we're fairly familiar with. What I can tell you is that we have very, very affordable, packages that might include, doing their bookkeeping, helping them with their sales tax, helping them with their 941s. Now that it's year end, helping them send 1099s to contractors. So we're all, we can help them for whatever they need.
Well, thank you for sitting with me today and explaining some of your services to us. And I hope to see you guys here.
All right, thank you, Jules.
Thank you.